What is up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be talking about the hunting rifle in Fortnite Chapter 6 because it was finally unvaulted and actually added to the loot pool. As always, if you guys do find this video to be helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and comment down below what you think of the hunting rifle finally returning and if you're going to be using this weapon. So if you guys were unaware, Epic tried to add this weapon, I believe on Christmas Eve, but they were unable to actually unvault it. That problem has been resolved, and now it is currently in the Chapter 6 loot pool. This is like a mid-range sniper that I think is best kind of within like 50 to 100 meters or so. When you get really far out, it's pretty inconvenient to use this weapon because it doesn't actually have a scope. It's like a no-scoped sniper. And then also it has a fair amount of bullet drop. The damage on it is like fine-ish, with body shots doing 90 or more damage and headshots doing into 200. I should have it on screen now, showing the different damage for the weapon. And then it does have bullet drop and bullet travel time, and that is something that makes this weapon pretty inconvenient to use, because when you have something like the Holo Twister AR in the game that is incredibly accurate, very little recoil, and hit scan, so you don't have to worry about bullet drop and travel time, I feel like the hunting rifle just doesn't really have that much of a place outside of being like a satisfying weapon and something that people really enjoy using for that reason. In the past, when this weapon really thrived in like the older Fortnite seasons, there wasn't red dot ARs. So even just using the regular AR at like 50 to 80 meters was a struggle sometimes. So having the hunting rifle, come in there really worked. For now, I'm not really the biggest fan of this weapon. I think the most common use for it is just going to be to like open the fight with and then swap to your AR or SMG to finish the enemy. Especially in situations where the enemy doesn't already know where you are. Like if you, happen upon somebody that is maybe looking or focused on somebody else or not really paying attention, then sure, you can, hit them with the hunting rifle, swap to your AR, get the finish. That's a very common thing that has happened with snipers throughout all of Fortnite. And I think that is really only that great when you're able to hit a headshot. Like, because even the blue one, I believe, does 228 headshot damage. So if you get a blue one, that's, an insta-kill in builds. I think this weapon will probably be better in builds. But in zero build, if you hit a headshot 228, that you're only going to need like an AR shot to finish the enemy at that point. And that's great. And if you have a purple or gold one, even better. When you don't hit a headshot, though, if you just hit a body shot and do 90, I think I would have rather just been on the Holo Twister AR the whole time. Because as I already touched on, this gun is ridiculous. And the damage potential and like the DPS of this weapon is really good. So if you, happen upon an enemy that's not paying attention to you, and then you shoot at them with the hunting rifle and miss, or only hit to the body, and then you have to switch to your AR, reacquire target, get on the person, and then start shooting and hitting your shots, that gives the enemy more time to react than if you were just on the Holo Twister AR the whole time. And it's not like that body shot is gonna, be the finishing blow on somebody who's not paying attention to you unless they're really weak anyway. So like, I just pretty much in every situation, I think I would just rather not be using this weapon and be using the Holo Twister AR instead, and not have to worry about, switching weapons and then reacquiring target. Not that it's very hard to do that, but that little bit of time may be, what allows the enemy to get away. Whereas like if you just, twist or melt them, you're going to get that kill 100% of the time, I feel like. And it is just a more forgiving, easier to use weapon. It's like the hunting rifle is more inconvenient to use. And then the benefit really isn't even there unless you're hitting headshots. In reload mode for quite a while, we've had both the old model of the hunting rifle and then the newer model for the purple and gold hunting rifle. And for whatever reason, in reload mode, the purple and gold model has way more bullet drop than the older one. And in Chapter 6's loot pool, it's only the new model. Even the blue version is the newer model, and I haven't even seen any lower than blue. I think it's only blue, purple, and gold that were unvaulted. So it's going off the new model only. I'm not sure if the drop for this model is the original or how the higher rarity functions in reload, because I don't play reload at all really. And then I also haven't used the hunting rifle consistently in years. I think like early Chapter 1 was the only time I really used this a good amount. But while playing today, the bullet drop didn't seem too terrible. There definitely was a decent amount of it at range, and it was something that, not using the weapon consistently, I wasn't that comfortable with, but it wasn't like comedically bad. Like it wasn't just horrendous. So I'm not sure if it's going off the old bullet drop or the new bullet drop. Either way, bullet drop is something that you need to learn with this weapon and account for. And that's why it works best in medium range. If you have someone that's like 200 plus meters away, that would be a situation where you would maybe want to use a sniper over a regular AR, right? But if they're that far away with the hunting rifle, you're not going to hit them probably. And then even if you do, are you going to be able to follow that up because they're 200 meters away in a season where there's so much mobility that they're probably just going to be able to completely leave? How you find this weapon has something that has been debated a decent amount, and there's not a lot of misinformation floating around, but there's a lot of out-of-date information. So initially, when they tried to unvault it, they failed and it just wasn't in the loot pool at all. Last night, when they unvaulted it, they did it in rare chests only, and then there was a period of time where you could only find it in rare chests, but not regular chests. As of now, you can find it in regular chests and rare chests. Any chest at all has potential to drop the hunting rifle, although it isn't very great odds. It's not like a very commonly spawned weapon. You can get it out of regular chests and rare chests, and that's why I said there's some out-of-date information, because some people say it's only rare chests, because that was true for a little bit. It's just since been fixed. At this point, it does not spawn as floor loot, and this could be another thing where maybe this video is out of date by the time some people see it. I'm not sure if they actually intend for this weapon to spawn as floor loot at some point, or if it's meant to be only chests. So right now, as I'm recording this, it comes in regular chests and rare chests, no floor loot. In the future, maybe they add it to floor loot as well. It has been very strange, the problem that Epic has had unvaulting this weapon. I've never seen an item before where they try to unvault it and fail, and then eventually it only comes in certain chests and then regular chests down the line. It's just been a very weird weapon. But again, as of now, regular chests and rare chests, no floor loot. I've only seen the blue, purple, and gold versions. I have not seen the green version. And then so as far as like if I want to use this weapon, the answer is just completely no. Like I already said, there's pretty much no situation where I would rather be using this and then swap to my Holo Twister AR than just staying on my Twister AR the entire time. Like that little bit of time you have to swap matters when you have a weapon that kills as fast as the Holo Twister AR. And then also for using this weapon, I had to give up one of my mobility items. So far this season, I've really enjoyed just using shotgun AR and then 2 mobility items and heals. But, you know, introducing the hunting rifle into your loadout, like you're probably going to need to drop one of your mobility items or your heals. And I really don't want to do either of that. And I don't see the value that this weapon provides being worth that to me. Like the entire time I was using it, I just felt inconvenienced and would rather be playing how I wanted to play. And there wasn't really any situations where I was like, dang, I'm really happy I had the hunting rifle there, you know? So that's just how I feel about it. I feel like it's a weapon that most people are going to use just because they enjoy using the weapon and they find it satisfying. And then in build mode, I could see it being pretty good just because there's no overshield in build mode. And the fact that even the blue one can one hit to the head would maybe be something that people really care for. But as of right now, I'm just going to ignore this weapon every time I find it and let some gameplay play out that I got using it potentially, depending on how editing goes. If you guys enjoyed this video, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of the hunting rifle returning, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Card pulling up. We have mythic AR and ammo medallion, so I can actually melt this card pretty quick. Someone just pulled up a zipline as well. This is the invisible player. Only 32 damage is unfortunate. I would have liked to have gotten decent damage there and then just pushed off that. If I got like 90 plus. $18. Actually, so hard to see them in the snow. Just spam katana jumping. That's very, very unfortunate. I feel like if my aim was just a little bit better when I was initially shooting him, I could just shotgun that, get that kill. Then I have ammo or invisible medallion, and I don't have to play against it anymore, which is great. And this person seems very annoying. Like getting them out of the game would have been good. They seem very intent on using the katana. So weak. No, that guy's gonna be invisible. There's still 2 players though. He didn't get it. I got enough damage on him to where he maybe minds his business. Hopefully there's nobody in this bush. Okay, he just beams me through the bush. And get this and the barrels at the same time. They're maybe fighting now, I can't tell. Barrel inside as well. Come here, Sprite. Oh, the sprites are so troll, man. Barely mistime it, and then my source of healing just runs out of zone. Like, actively shooting. Okay, there's one person. No! Oh my god. I dropped the larger stack of shockwaves accidentally rather than the one stack. They're fighting, I think. Okay, he killed. I don't have to worry about that back angle. I can just play that fight. The only like real inconvenience there was just the fact that like I was in the middle there and caught. I was worried when I ran down to that tree that the other guy would be playing that tree and then I would just still continue to be caught. If that was the case, I was probably just going to try to like shockwave high, maybe shock one out, but ended up working out. That match was very much a struggle. I don't think the hunting rifle really benefited me at all. I think if I just had double mobility, it would have been like so much easier just to play every situation. But that is going to be it for this. GG's. Let me know what you guys think of the hunting rifle down in the comments below.